Hey everybody, Josh RV Nerd from Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and it's certainly been a wacky year, and I've been always trying to put out any information and news I can, and sometimes some of it's been a little bit bitter, a little bit of a jagged pill, hard to swallow. So I wanted to do something fun today, and I wanted to point out the fact that it hasn't been all rocky and all bad, and in fact, it's been a really fun and exciting year in terms of new RV design and new floor plans, and that's what I want to look at today. I wanted to take a look at my personal picks, my favorite top 5 new fifth wheel floor plans for the model year of 2021, because frankly, there have been some cool ones. There's just one little problem. There were so many cool new fifth wheels that came out this year, I couldn't pick just 5. And actually, when I started trying to sort of rank them, I also couldn't pick which one was my absolute favorite. So today we've actually got a top 6 with a couple honorable mentions, and a tie for first place. Wait till you see these things. So kicking things off at number 5 here, a brand that has just long been had a personal sweet spot for me, the Jayco Eagle HT series, and specifically their new 24RE floor plan. The only reason I think this didn't rank up any higher for me is just because it is in a sense a reinvention that was something else that was already out there, but upgrading to carpetless, the full-time RV warranty inclusion that's on them now, that sweet pantry, the washer dryer prep in something that is that small. To me, those were some really big time, significant, high-level updates on a small fifth wheel, and that's hard to put together. So kicking us off, the 24RE Jayco Eagle HT. Yes, it is finally here, the 24RE Eagle at Haylett RV. I've been waiting for this one to come in. I've been excited about this model since I first saw the prototype in northern Indiana. Comes in about 8,200 pounds. Now, where you really got to watch a lot of fifth wheels in terms of like that weight falls right into half-ton towability, but where you really got to watch them is the pin weight. So if you're not sure exactly what your truck can handle, give our team here at Haylett RV a call so we can always make sure you're towing safely. We always put safety before the sale. Now, all that being said, let's take a look at this. This thing is awesome, man. So it might look a little bit familiar at first. It looks a lot like the 25.5 REOK Eagle HT, also available at Haylett RV, but I feel like it's been a little more refined. A lot of people don't care about a camp kitchen, so they took that out. And this has what I feel is the superior upper deck. And I would really love some feedback on it. I'd really love you guys to hang with us, watch the video, especially once we get up to the bedroom portion of this. But the massive, like, living room, pantry, tainment center in this thing, it's off the hook. You can play hide and seek in it. I could hide in that thing. Of course, you'd know I was in there because you'd hear me crunching on the bag of chips. So, if you see something you like, let us know. If you have any feedback, if you have any questions, if I missed something, point that out to us. And remember, folks, we'd sure love the opportunity to earn your business here at Haylett RV. Let's hop inside. I'd love to get out of the weather. And when I first started putting this list together, in the back of my head, I actually went, I'm afraid I got to make sure there's some bunkhouse representation in there, but thankfully, that actually came pretty easy. Because Arctic Wolf took a concept that maybe was out there, flipped it upside down, inside out, and on its head, and I think in so many ways improved it with their 3770 Suite model. Because this is not just a bunkhouse. It is a rare instance of a true 2-bedroom, bath and a half RV with camp kitchen, and even the seating in the living room is unconventional. I love how they saw it different. I love how this could be such a good model for so many different people, like not just kids, but say like you've got father-in-law, mother-in-law. No mother-in-law suite jokes, please. Okay, 1 or 2. But let's say you have an adult child with autism or something that lives with you. This could be so many different things. It could be converted into an awesome office model. It just works on so many different levels. And really the little things they did to get it there were very, very simple. So the Arctic Wolf 3770 Suite is next up for me. Hey everybody, Josh RV Nerd here, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, with an awesome Arctic Wolf for you today. And if you can believe it, this big thing only weighs 10,700 pounds. Less than 11,000 pounds for a private rear bunk bath and a half with triple slides, including a full bed slide, dual air auto leveling. really, really smart equipment package on this thing. Let's take a quick look here. So if you're looking at it, it might look a little familiar to some other things that you've seen here at Haylett RV before. It borrows very heavily from the Cougar 364 BHL that you might find at Haylett RV. But what they did here is a little different, specifically in the fact that it does have a full bed slide and washer dryer hookups, which are things that the Cougar version of this does not. Now, each brand naturally has its own advantages. And what I want to do here is really show you where I think this Arctic Wolf does its job very well. I'm going to point out a couple things where I think maybe they could look to improve in some few years, but overall, I think that this is a very solid package for great for family, or frankly, like you hear the phrase all the time, mother-in-law suite. And whenever folks say mother-in-law, like in response to our comments on our videos and stuff, I never know if you're being serious or malicious when you say it. So maybe give me some, like, put a little LOL at the end if you're joking, or I don't know, a little devil face emoji if you're actually thinking of putting your mother-in-law on the roof. That would help me greatly because I'm having a hard time reading everybody's sarcasm. But enough about that. Let's hop inside this thing and take a look in some more detail because it is a sweet rig. I'm really glad we have it here. But what best fifth wheel list could ever be complete without at least one member of the best-selling series of fifth wheels of all time? A Keystone Montana. Somewhere they had to be Montana on this list, and thankfully, their new 3230 made that pretty easy, the new Chef's Kitchen model. And this is something that if my mother ever sees this thing, it's going to be all over because the counter space, the storage, the function. If you are a serious campsite cook, there are few, I think, that are better.
Oh my gosh, look at this! Are you kidding me right now?
Hey everybody, welcome to Haylett RV. My name's Josh the RV Nerd, and this is awesome! Brand new model, the new Montana 3230 or 3231, depending on which fridge you're looking at, Chef's Kitchen. CK might mean center kitchen, I don't know. I call it a Chef's Kitchen because this thing is fantastic. My mother is Mr. Haylett's wife, and that's how I'm an SOB, son of the boss whose PhD parent had a dealership. They have been camping in a Montana 3120 RL, very similar to this for a number of years. It's been the unit that they keep coming back to. If my mother sees this thing, it is all over. She's going to be on this in a heartbeat. It has awesome counter space. I love the rearrangements on this one. The great travel access to the fridge. Not to mention, if this is something you're going to spend an extended period of time in, I could see really liking how this one has that 43% larger bathroom as compared to the 3120 Montana. That does mean it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit heavier. It's going to cost a couple bucks more. But folks, if you're going to be doing this for a long time, it's such a small variation that I think you're really going to like what you see here. Now, if you look at it and you go, I don't like that kitchen. I don't like that bathroom with the two sinks. Don't worry about it. This does not replace the 3120 Montana, or the 3121 as it were. It is just a sister, a counterpart. It feels almost like a little bit of a cousin in evolution. And I love how Montana never stands still. I love how they're always driving forward like this. This is so much fun going through these things. Kind of like that Montana, we're going to talk about some of the best-selling fifth wheels of all time, and I think some of the best fifth wheels out there right now. Cougar had to be on the list somewhere, but they actually made it tricky for me because they came out with a couple things that I really like this year. But when I really started weighing it out, the 355 new front bath and a half, that was the winner for me because they really have done a good job of dialing in a lot of feedback from a lot of people. First of all, their decor that they have out right now is just beautiful. It's in that farmhouse range of things, but it doesn't feel too cold. It still has a warmth to it. It still feels like it wraps around you like a little hug, like a blanket. The other two things they did on this one that I really liked, beyond just the obvious updates like the carpetless stuff that they're doing here, which is fantastic, is the way that they made the half bathroom not feel like you just have a toilet in your kitchen. They give it almost like a mini broom closet hallway. It's like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe back there. But then up in the front master bath, they were originally planning on making this a 2-sink model. And we actually go RVing at Haylett RV. Mr. Haylett is in a big fifth wheel right now. And something we have said for a long time, and I see the same feedback from you folks. Why do they keep putting 2 sinks in these things? There's not enough room. There's no purpose. There's no need for 2 sinks. Instead, give me 1 sink and a big chunk of counter space and a lot of storage. And Cougar listened to that feedback. And I think pound for pound, dollar for dollar, This is one of the best bath and a half models I've ever seen out there.
Oh man, they got me grinning today. Martha. Cougar, you did it. You nailed it. You crushed it. 11,320 pounds. I am super proud, very pumped to be the first in the nation to be able to offer you a full video walkthrough of the new 355 FBS Cougar front bath and a half here at Haylett RV. And what I love about this is, just like Cougar has been doing recently, they didn't just take a floor plan someone else's building and put their nameplate on the front of it. I don't know how they keep doing it. They keep coming up with new, inventive, innovative ways to reinvent the wheel, frankly. Because what if I told you this wasn't just a front bath and a half? What if I told you this had a laundry room, or maybe, hear me out here, even an office in the front of this thing off the bedroom, like a private office? Because I truly feel it could be. I think that this is a very interesting RV, carries that full-time RV warranty, the hot cold camp rating, the auto leveling, all the things you expect out of a big RV. But compared to most of the front bath models out there, most of them come in like the North Point and the Montana size. This is so much less weight, size, price, with like all of the features. Dynamite. Look, I'm blown away. I think this is arguably maybe my new favorite front bath and a half model. If I was going to be traveling around and I wanted a big thing like this, this might be the one that I take home myself.
And before we get to our number one, there's a pair of honorable mentions that I think I gotta look at. The first is actually another Cougar. When I was trying to figure out which ones seemed to fit this list the best, this 355 front bath and a half really jumped out at me. But there's another new one that came out that's a little bit smaller called a 316. And ironically, it was the lack of two sinks that put this one, I think, in the lead for me. But it's the inclusion of two sinks on that 316 in a layout that no one else is doing it. Again, taking a little half twist on a familiar concept and executing it somehow in a way that didn't make it 38, 39 feet, keeping it closer to that 35 foot mark. That is, to me, why the 316 Cougar definitely deserves an honorable mention.
Hello and welcome back, Haylett Nation. We've got a good one for you today. I know you've been looking for it. We got it for you. The new floor plan, the 316 RLS Cougar here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Let's hop inside, take a look with our floor plan in a flash. It will look familiar, but not exactly identical to some things you've seen in the past. It is very much like if the old previous 315 RLS Cougar had a baby with the 330 RLS Montana High Country, also available here at Haylett RV. And this does replace the 315 in the Cougar lineup. And what's amazing is they've given it, I feel, an enhanced, better bathroom without any significant extension of the floor plan or any significant increase in weight. This is an awesome model. It carries with it a warranty that does include allowances for full-time RVing, hot cold camp rated from 0 all the way up to 110. Cougar's actually tested their stuff further than most brands. And that new decor, getting rid of the carpet, they got claws out at Cougar this year.
And also definitely deserving some attention here is the Rockwood Ultralight 2445 WS. Coming out under 30 feet with essentially nearly full travel access. This is one of the best handling, best hauling, short, small, compact, big feature-enriched fifth wheels out there. And it definitely deserves a look.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Brand new Rockwood Shorty fifth wheel, brand new Rockwood Shorty fifth wheel. And it's a little chilly today, so I got myself in night mode because I'm about to go medieval on this thing. If what you're looking for is a really well-crafted, short, high-class traveler, I don't care if you're looking for casual camping or if you're really looking to put some serious mileage on it, especially with the suspension on this. This is such an amazing traveling unit. It has a really condensed living room. It will look very similar to the 2442 that we had in here recently. This one is basically its little brother. They found a way to shave even more length out of it, to get more weight out of it, to get the length down. A lot of people are going to be asking about half-ton towability.
It's going to be borderline for a lot of half tons. I think for the most part, what this is going to be the best option for is somebody who is looking to do like some serious traveling, but you don't want to go diesel. I think this is a really good fit for like a gas 3/4 ton, something like that. There are a limited number of big, heavy half tons that could handle it, but I don't want to tell you, oh yeah, there's half ton towable, and get you in trouble. A lot of them are going to have a problem on that. That being said, this thing is awesome. Please, please leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think, good, bad, ugly, or otherwise. This one is a winner, and if you appreciate the information jumping on it literally as it lands, hit that subscribe button and follow along, and we would love the opportunity to work with you when you are ready. Let's go! Now, once again, today we have a tie for first place. There were two that just knocked my socks off, and I could not choose which one really spoke to me the loudest. So I would really like some feedback from you folks. After you check out these little clips, leave me some comments and let me know. First of all, do you like this list? Do you want to see more of this stuff? Is there, did I get the list right? Is my order a little wonky? How would you have arranged it? And which of these top two would be the one for you? Now, my first of these two firsts, I suppose, is actually the sister to one of our honorable mentions. And this one is the 2442 Rockwood Ultralight. And the reason this one went out for me is just the originality and the ingenuity of it. Coming in at about the same size, but giving us a full 60x80 True Queen bed slide and a completely reinvented dining arrangement that caught me the moment I walked inside. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan with an alternative look at something we've already seen once before, the 2442 BS Rockwood Ultralight fifth wheel here at Haylett RV. I'm going to try to do something I do not excel well at. I'm going to try to do this quickly. So before I go rambling on even more, let's get started. And finally, a model and frankly a brand that's become so popular here at Haylett RV, I don't even have one on the ground that I can just kind of point at in the background to give you the rough idea. And that is the new North Point, and specifically the Flurb, the 382 FLRB. It is a front living unlike anything else I've seen. They twisted it around. They gave it this crazy, weird, fun double TV setup. The seating faces more toward the kitchen. It feels more personable. Since the video came out, they've started offering a extra pantry in place of the half bath, and it has, hands down, the nicest bathroom I've ever seen. If I were gonna get into something big, I was gonna do some full timing, this is the one I would be in. This is the nerd preferred front living fifth wheel out there right now. The North Point 382 FLRB. Now that is what I'm talking about. I love it. Anytime a manufacturer takes a pre-existing concept like a front living room fifth wheel, you've seen them 100 times, right? And then Jayco takes it and they twist it and flip it upside down, inside out, and land it on its head. And this front living rear bath and a half, the Flurb, as I call it, the 382 FLRB, this might be my new favorite front living room. And that's a really big, bold statement because we carry several different ones here, but I love it when it's not just the same thing done all over again. They twisted around the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, every single thing in this feels like nothing I've seen before. Even though on paper you're like, okay, yeah, it's a front living room. There's nothing else I've really seen like it. Seen today in the modern farmhouse just helps make it look and feel even bigger and brighter, despite the fact it's got all those windows. But it's not just the way that they position the furniture differently. It's the different concepts, like the forward back television system. You've got the cool Blackstone outside entertainment camp kitchen station that front living rooms just typically don't have. Great outside storage, great inside storage, just great all around. And that's before we even start talking about all the Jayco doing Jayco things, like their 2+3 year absolutely unmatched warranty for full-time RVing, the Goodyear Endurance tires, their roof load rating, their hot cold camping package. This is this is next level, baby. Yes. So there you have it, folks. My top 5 or 6, depending on what you're going to call it, nerd preferred favorite new fifth wheels for the 2021 model year. So again, leave me a note. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Did I miss one? Is there something I should have thought of a little bit differently? And give me that tiebreaker vote. Which of those two number ones is really the one. And let's really hear it from you folks and which one you think kind of wins out. And as always, if you'd like to see some more of these kind of top 5 list videos, leave me some suggestions on that. I'll do my best to catch as many of them as I can. I cannot promise I can get to every single suggestion that rolls through. I do appreciate you folks tuning in and watching so much. And once again, anything that you've seen here today, even the honorable mentions, I will leave links to those down in the video description where you can check out the full tours of those if you like what you see and you'd like to learn a little bit more. And as always, remember, we are family owned and operated, and when you're ready, we're ready to work with you. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.